Yeehaw!
So Engorgio clicked it at some point.
Hey, we're live. Good evening to everybody. No, damn it, I did not update. Jeb Hexman is no longer with us. I might mess with that
He
later.
did.
Well, he's been that way for a while.
He keeps getting that way.
All right, so
He'll
let's
get better.
minimize that. Don't need that. Let's minimize that. Don't need that. Let's minimize that. Don't need that. But I might need. Where is that again? Damn it. Where's my Sirenscape? Thank you. Okay. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Deadlands Thursdays. This is the posse, the Devil's Posse, to be exact. At least 4 of them are, and one of them is a noob. At least to this group.
I resemble that remark.
You do. You do, Vino.
I mean, wait.
But, it's been a while since we've done character introductions, and I'd like to do that tonight, just so that we kind of get a little background on on Vino's new character. So I'm going to start with Vino, who is not playing Jeb Hexman, as it says on your screen. Vino, tell us about Luke.
Well, he's a bounty hunter that has pretty much a vendetta against what's his name, Reverend Grimm. He's a hexslinger, has a very fancy piece, and he shoots magic pretty much. Bounty hunter, I think I said. I don't recall.
Yep.
He's also after Rabbit Rants.
I just heard fancy piece.
You know, fancy iron.
Fancy piece. You got a fancy piece. Yeah. We won't elaborate. Let's move right along to Doc Fong, who is played by Brady as Caesar. Brad, tell us about Doc.
Yeah, so Jeb Hexman, Doc Fong is a Chinese herbalist traveling guy. He's mild-mannered, and it seems like he's always with people who are getting into trouble, i.e. everyone else. Timmons.
He could almost be the original hippie, but that was Jesus, right?
He's the sequel.
He's the original Chinese hippie.
Okay, the original Chinese. Now that was Confucius, I would think.
He wasn't quite a hippie.
The original one who originated in California.
I'd consider Gandhi to be more of a hippie than Confucius.
He's the original Chinese hippie from Northern California.
Exactly.
There you go. All right, very good. Thanks, Brad. Let's hear from the illustrious mayor of Perdition, California, Timmons Simmons.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Drake, and I'm playing Timmons Simmons, the 10-term mayor, and voted in because of a dead person mayor, Timmons Simmons from St. Louis area, and he's just a typical traveling businessman that fell into some money, and now
He got lucky.
detective agency. Yeah.
He's a traveling businessman, is he? Okay. He's a traveling businessman.
Yeah, with and a gavel.
I picture
in the big office.
I picture John Goodman's traveling Bible salesman character who kicks the shit out of Oh hell, I can't even remember the name of the movie now.
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles?
I,
Oh, brother,
no,
where
no.
art
Oh
Oh,
thou?
brother,
John
where art
Goodman.
thou? Oh brother, where art thou?
That movie is amazing.
Yeah,
The Bible salesman.
the Bible salesman that
Oh,
just
The
kicks the.
one-eyed
I was
Bible,
thinking
the
that.
Yeah,
one-eyed Bible salesman. He
yeah,
was the Cyclops.
yep. That's right. That's right. So that brings us to the man speaking about the Cyclops, Alonzo Perez, played by our dear friend Jingo. Jingo, tell us about Alonzo.
Alonzo is a bit of a jack of all trades. He's a ladies' man. He's very attractive, very charming. He can ride, he can shoot, he can fight. He is a very loyal person, so he sticks with his friends, and he tries his very best to be heroic
Apparently, someone doesn't.
whenever he can.
Martian Cat either didn't agree with that or just thought that was hilarious or something.
Oh, just timed perfectly. She's
It was probably something unrelated.
She's in her game. What's she playing
yeah,
tonight?
she's I believe she's playing Jedi Fallen Order.
She's
She's
probably
streaming it.
streaming. Yeah, she's probably streaming.
Yes, she is.
All right, so that's for and last and certainly not least, except in maybe the amount of bounty he's got on his head right now, is H.G. Willikers, played by Wicked, who we are glad to have back with us after a good old dose of the Cove last week. So Wicked, tell us about H.G.
HG is a old veteran of the West. He's been around, seen some shit, and has drowned his sorrows in the bottle, frequently the moonshine that he brews, followed around by the haunting ghosts of those he's killed. He's become pretty convinced that the devil itself is out to get him and just sending all sorts of evils against the party to kill him personally.
The devil's out to get him.
Yeah. Unlike Alonzo, I'm a jack of but one trade: killing and blowing shit up.
You may be correct when you say the devil's out to get you. You just never know. It is the Weird West, and that's what we're doing here tonight.
Well,
Deadlands Thursdays.
out of
Well,
character, there might just be a devil coming after you now.
Hmm.
yeah. He does roll around with like 3 insanities too, so I'm constantly seeing ghosts and all sorts of horrible shit.
Yeah, yeah. HG's seen better days, but
Really,
you know what?
really, Drake.
What's he doing? Picking the devil's
Y-
nose?
Yeah,
He's just picking his ear.
he was picking his nose.
Okay, so we find ourselves in Lion's Roar, and why did you come here? You guys came here looking for
Red Petal 2.
information on how to. Well, maybe you came here looking to try to find the Necessity Alliance and ultimately Born in a Bowl. Well, they're kind of a hidden society. They're a conglomeration of members of different Indian tribes out here that have kind of come together, and they're pretty secretive. But you guys got word that they were doing some trading through Lion's Roar here. Well, you get to Lion's Roar and you see a very small port, except it's just packed full of these little freaking boats, maze runners and shit. And these maze runners are all decked out in like uh, Gatling guns and shit. You're definitely a pirate town. You get in here and you see that it is 99.9% Chinese and a lot of trading going on the docks. A little bit of trading, but when you get back off of the docks and you kind of talk your way back into the main streets, it is just chock full of people, and it's like Wall Street, and they're trading different things, and there's cargo moving here and there, and you guys kind of stumbled into the probably the largest black market on the West Coast. And you make your way around. You're checking out the sights, the food, and there's some soiled doves. If you know if there's anything you want, there's opium dens. It's very much a pretty lawless place. Um,
I think we know where HQ is.
and Timmons just kind of starts shouldering his way through people, And last week we had him heading kind of up the hill. And I'm going to share this map out again. We'll switch over to the map scene, and let's see if I can't get this. Yeah, sort of like that. So he starts up the hill, and you can see that the traffic is, a little thinner, but there's still traffic moving up and down this hill. And I think Timmons got all the way to about right here, and most of you were running after him. Is that the case? Do I remember this correctly?
Yes.
Yeah, because Doc Fung was originally hiding in the alleyway, and I think Luke went and got him.
Okay. Doc
Yes.
Fong also played, Brad, the player, played the uh-oh card last week. That's two of them you've got coming to you, but I'm not, I have to work things like that in to like the election party where yeah. Anyway, so that may or may not happen, but it may just happen at the most
Opportunity.
opportune time. And then I'd
You mean
look,
inopportune?
well, no, opportune for me.
Well, yeah, but inopportune for us.
This is not the GM versus the player. This is the GM
Fun.
kind of refereeing
Make
the player's story as they tell it, as they tell their story. So currently they are in Lion's Roar, which is a pirate's port operated by the Chinese gang called the Iron Dragon, which is ultimately headed by Warlord Kang, and he also owns the Iron Dragon Railroad. And his kind of like his right hand man is Red Petal Sue, and she is known to frequent the three towns of Lion's Roar, Bear's Claw, and Dragon's Maw, or something like that. There's like three towns that are their kind of their little pirate ports, and this happens to be one of them. So whether or not she's here or not, you guys have no idea. But Timmons gets up to there. You're all up there. HG comes shuffling his way out of the crowd too. He's been kind of packing along with you. HG, are you? Well, he's not there right now. I was going to ask him if he was drunk or sober, but that's kind of a stupid question, isn't it?
That's a stupid question.
As
That's a
I
silly
am
question.
here. He would be worse than normal, probably, dealing with the guilt after the whole Jeb incident.
Well, you've been down
He
there in
might
the
be drunk, but he's not feeling
engine room drinking all by yourself and huffing that ghost rock fume, probably. Yep, opium dens, and you could smell it. As soon as you got on shore, HG, you're like, you're like radar, zoning right in on that shit. So anyway, you guys are right here, and there is an obvious barrier that you're going to have to overcome. I'm not going to put any tokens on this map, but there is like a couple of very well dressed Chinese gentlemen, but they're obviously probably security of some kind. And then you see several others in the shadows back behind them. And it is currently, what time is it? 6 p.m.? Yeah, because Timmons didn't waste any time getting back through here. So I'm going to say it's, 6:05, 6:10. So in August, at that period of time, um, there is no daylight savings time. So it's probably, sun's getting ready to set. But back in the shadows and in the trees, you can see several other people. But there is the sounds of a large crowd up ahead of you. You can hear coming from, uh, on up the road here. You know what? What the hell? Nah, I won't. I won't. I'll just put Timmons. You're representing the whole party, so
Tim was like, excuse me, pardon me, excuse me, coming through, going to see Red Petal Sue, excuse me, pardon me. You speak English?
Still can't whisper HG.
Do we know, like, have a general idea where Red Petal Sue's at?
You have no idea where Red Petal Sue's at. You just know that sometimes she's here.
I suspect she's
Well, I'm
probably
looking for like
up
the
at the big
nicest,
houses.
yeah, the nicest place in town. That's where Timmons is going.
Well, it'd be up here on the hill, definitely. You get up here.
Yeah.
This isn't quickly thrown together adobe and clapboards and shit like down below. These are like adobe brick structures, uh, and tiled roofs and some nicer stuff as you climb up the hill.
Yeah, so he's gonna.
You get to about right here though, and a couple of these Chinese guys come out and they're like, oh wow, I don't know what the hell that is.
Because he clicked it.
Timmons is like, excuse me while I get big. I can't believe I can delete my own token. I can't believe that.
They just
God.
they just kind of walk up and put their hand up and kind of stop you for a second, Timmons. They don't say anything. They're just looking at you and,
I put
and,
my
and
hand
waiting.
up too, just like them, and I say, "You speaking English?"
They look at each other and they look back at you and they look at Doc Fong. They don't say anything.
Look back at Doc Fong. You speaking English?
In Mandarin or Cantonese, depending on what they respond to, say, don't mind my friend here. He's um, a politician. You know how politicians are.
Tell
And
them we are here to see Red Petal Sue.
he
He
look
hopes to see Red Petal Sue, though. Is she here by chance?
he looks at Timmons and he says in pretty clear English, slight accent to it, that you come to see Red Petal Sue. You want to know if we speak English? I don't understand. Did you come here to start with the insults?
Did I insult you? I don't speak orange or Mandarin
I, I'm
or whatever it is.
Mandarin oranges. I'm certain, he says, that we can communicate here. What exactly brings you here? What can I help you with? Because you don't
See,
really
you you
seem
guys are trying to bring the train to my town, and Red Petal Sue invited me here to discuss just that.
your town.
Yes, I'm Mayor Timmons Simmons of Perdition.
Mayor Timmons. And he stops and he looks at this guy and he kind of whispers something to him. And one of these dudes turns around and comes out of the shadows and runs up to him. And the guy says something and he runs off and he says, please make yourself comfortable. And there's like some benches and shit around the tree. This is all like a really nice manicured garden and stuff. This pathway going up through here. So he tells you to sit down and but you can hear there's quite a commotion going on, and the din of the crowd rises and falls and rises and falls. Up behind these buildings up above you. And pretty soon this guy comes back and he says, well, it seems that you do happen to know Red Petals, so she's currently engaged, but you can probably find her at the auction. And you know, he waves you on through.
What? Excuse me, but these are my friends that are with me too. You mind if they come?
He looks at all of you. Who's got weapons showing? I know that Alonzo's got a walking stick.
I do. And
Well, I have. Go ahead.
were we aware that there was a weapon restriction? If there was, I wouldn't be carrying my pistol. Otherwise, I
Oh,
am.
they're not. There's been nothing said about a weapon restriction, and
Okay, then
they
I'm wearing a gun and a gun
okay.
belt.
All right, so they look at your gun and your gun belt, and they just mentioned to you that it's probably in your best interest to, you know, keep your hands away from your weapons and not get. Man, VC's really sucking tonight. Everybody's into yellow and the red. Now everybody's into green. Anyway, just
Seems fine to me.
you know, watch your step. Everyone here is armed, but nobody here ever exercises any, you know, violent
Well,
acts or anything.
Timmons has his big
Gavel,
overcoat on.
overcoat and his gavel.
Yeah, he keeps that handy. He keeps it in his breast pocket. He bangs it on the bench. All right, boys, let's go.
All right, so you guys make your way through, and when you get up to about here, this whole area is just choked full of people. And they all seem to be focused on this area right over here where it appears there's an auction going on. And they are auctioning what appears to be human, not appears to be, absolutely is human flesh.
Like
And we all
like
see this.
You all see
Jeb
this.
used to eat, or like slaves.
No, like this. This is living, breathing.
Because when you
What
first
is it
said that,
like?
I just imagined just slab of meat on a hook
Nope.
of some sort.
Nope. I would
I
say
was
that
gonna be like, Jeb's missing out.
I would say you guys kind of walk up to the back of this crowd and you're kind of, well, what the hell's going on here? And you're looking around and well, there's an auction. And, it probably doesn't take you long. Inside of 60 seconds, you're going to go, holy shit, that's a slave auction. You see people
Probably says
bidding.
a little louder than he should have.
Most of
May
it's,
the South rise again.
almost everything you hear is in Mandarin or Cantonese, Doc Fong and HG.
We're Are we within the borders of any particular government right now?
Not really, huh?
Okay, so this is technically not against the law here.
No law. Yeah.
Technically not against the
Well,
law here, and Doc Fong would know that in the Chinese culture, this is at this point in time, it's not unheard of, and it wouldn't be that they're really. You may say they're indentured servants. They may look at them differently, but it's nonetheless the same. These people come over
So
here and they're going to work off their freedom or whatever, which they're
okay, so
never
they're
allowed to accomplish.
okay.
Mr.
That's
Timmons,
indentured servitude can still be slavery if it's exploited.
Yeah.
perhaps you should make a bid. You raise your hand and wave your gavel around.
unfortunately, slavery and perdition is illegal.
So basically in the to get around it's slavery, instead of buying people, they're buying up the debt that they owe.
Yeah, basically, and then that person goes with them and goes to work. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and throw you guys on a map, only just to kind of give you the lay of the land and let you explore a little bit. I sometimes throw maps out there and they're not for combat, but by all means, I mean, this is you can look around and now how come that one didn't drop? It did, but it dropped there.
Oh, I thought we were on the bigger map.
No, that's that same map, but I'm not about to throw tons of tokens out there and a bunch of stuff, but just Suffice it to say, it is shoulder to shoulder people here, all screaming in a language that most of you don't well, three of you don't understand. Two of you. One, two, three of
Are
you.
we being escorted?
No. But you look around and it's
Are those the people that were following us before? Are they still following us?
oh, the people from last week? No, they took off running when Timmons started up the hill. They were like trying to stop him, trying to stop him. Remember Doc Fong? They were going, tell him he can't go up there, he can't go up there. And then he just kept on going, and then they finally just turned around and took off running back the other direction. So
We're going back to work.
We're not going to be held responsible for this shit.
Well,
Way too much
Timmons wants to
paperwork.
look around and see if he can see Red Petal Sue anywhere. Is there some place he can like get up on something like?
well, you can shoulder your way through the crowd. You guys can move wherever you want to. You notice there's like a water garden here in the middle, but there's people standing all the way around it. And in this area is kind of a wooden platform raised up that's like makeshift built quickly uh, where the auctioneer is conducting the auction. There are balconies that are not really depicted on this map, but all of these buildings have balconies that look out onto this uh, water garden right here. And you see what looks like probably some pretty important people sitting up above and behind the auctioneer.
Oh, they got box seats to the auction. Nice. And does that look like the fancy house?
Yeah, that looks like the fancy house here.
Do you want the tokens locked?
No, not really. Can I unlock them from here? No, I have to go up here and do that. Sweet, because it's Unity. So,
let me
yeah.
know if you see Red Petal Sue there, Doc Fang.
Of course, I will keep an eye out.
Hey,
I'm
that's
not
that fella
entirely sure
right
what
there.
she
He
looks
looks
like,
like he
just
knows.
in case.
That's that fella right there. That's him.
Excuse me, do you know where Red Petal Sue is? A random person on the street?
The random person on the street that's paying attention to the auction or that's walking past or with
The one
like
that Timmons
somebody
is
in
pointing at.
tow. The one that Timmons is pointing at is looking at the auction. They just kind of stop and look at you and, like, get out of my way. They're trying to pay attention to what's going on up.
They do not know.
They do not know.
I think he's this way. Let's go this way. Hey, look. Is that koi in the water? Timmons bends over,
Yep, great big goldfish.
swishes the water around a little. I think there's koi in here.
Actually, those are just
Stop
carp.
What's that?
Stop playing with the fish, Mayor.
I want one of these in Perdition. That would be nice. Mayor's Cool Pond. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
Doc,
guys,
what you doing way over there?
you guys are drawing considerable looks from the crowd, though. Just about everybody gives you a double take when they see these Caucasians walking around out here.
Well, when Timmons goes by like 3 or 4 Chinese, he's going to let one rip, and then he's going to look back as he goes by and see the expression on their face.
Uh, and the crowd just kind of clears out.
I
Nah,
think
that's
that
pretty
one-
noisy. They probably couldn't even hear you.
See, at the beginning of social distancing, that's how social distancing starts.
So as you make your way up and around, you do. I need some like a streetwise roll from Doc Fong or HG who speaks if he's wanting to speak to anybody, but he can understand them. And Doc Fong, you are directed to the box seats. And sure enough, Red Petal Sue sits up there with per small entourage. Except
Oh,
one of
there
them's
she
not
is,
so
Mayor.
small. One of them is huge. It's really, really huge. It's going to be a big show.
Is it one of them Chinese ogres again?
Yeah, this
I
one's
think
wearing
that.
like robes, and the robes have like gold embroidered all through them. And they're red. There's like dragons embroidered all through this in gold thread.
Fancy.
I think I may have something for his hormonal imbalance.
No, I'm pretty sure that's a thyroid condition.
That could be. I'll see what I have. But Timmons, yes, look, I believe that's who you're looking for, right there.
Now, I give you guys an
Oh.
idea of what you're looking at in this square, okay, this garden square. Like I said, all of these buildings, all the way around, there's balconies. And there are people on these balconies. Some of them look like they obviously mean business. Others look like they might be discussing business or something, just kind of talking, casual discussion, not even paying attention to the auction. Um, uh, Maybe some philosophical exchange going on here, Doc Fong. You don't know. And but there are obviously people that are looking the crowd over like it's security, and there's a lot of them. And on the corners of this main building, on the roof up top, are two gun turrets, and there are two guys standing there, and there's like this big mounted Gatling gun on both sides of the. And everybody around you is armed.
I think perhaps it's best we don't start attacking people.
Oh no, I plan no fights now.
No, way too many people in general.
Also, look at those very large guns up there.
Hey,
Maybe we can make the ones on the Black Horse that big.
Pretty nice guns. I have to admit, those would look pretty nice.
HG,
How
how do
long you
you
think
take
this
this
auction
scene
is
in?
gonna take?
He's not happy about it. He's hanging out behind his friends, grumbling to himself. Ah, we could just fight him. But I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
So you guys just kind of
Seen a ghost, AT? Timmons looks around nervously.
as the sun starts to sink, starts to go lower and lower. Uh, the sky kind of turns orange, and it's that orange haze of the maze. And the auction switches from indentured, human bondage, basically, uh, to
Gang gang.
like gold bars and things. You guys see like a chest brought out, and there's a whole bunch of these gold bars about yay so big. Each one of them's probably worth $500, and you're thinking, holy shit. And about this time, the crowd really starts to thin out because the stuff going on auction right now, you know, can only be purchased by the upper echelon of those that were
This
gathered
is the
earlier.
high-end goods.
Yeah, so you guys kind of watch this auction as it transpires over the next hour and a half, and the crowd begins to thin when these richer goods come out. And you see Red Petal Sue up on the balcony, and her entourage turn and enter the door behind them and go inside this main building.
It looks like they've gone inside.
Does it look like there's a main entrance to said building?
Maybe we can knock on the door.
Maybe we can. Maybe we should knock. Yeah, definitely, because them gun turrets look like they don't take visitors lightly.
Well, out of character, HG could always blow up the door.
In character, what the hell would you say that for?
Yeah, I don't see that one going horribly wrong at all.
No,
Where's my-
there are
It
guards
will
around
handle
this building. The auction's still going on, by the way, and there's still, there's a that area is still kind of full of people, but there are still guards, up on the balconies. Although that's about all that's left. Looking down on this garden are just what appears to probably be security, and then of course the two guys with the Gatling guns up on the gun turrets on the roof of this building. But Red Petal Sue and the 3 or 4 people that were sitting with her up there have went in that building. Now there are some guards standing by, these doors. They just appear to be tongs.
He's gonna make his way up to it, up to the gods.
That might be a
Doc,
window.
he said, Doc, you had to translate.
Ah, yes. Hello, this is Mayor Timmons.
I think that's a window.
Ah,
Yeah, that's a window.
well, all we
Excuse,
see is black. So
excuse me, Mayor. Could you go to the door instead of the window?
All you
They
can
would
see
like
is
it better.
black.
yeah, we don't know what doors look like versus windows.
Yeah, it's just a.
You can't see through that?
No, it's all
No.
dark.
I can open the door.
I may have put the wrong thing in there. There's supposed to be doors. Anyway, can you open them and go through it? That's the question.
Ow,
No?
my face.
No.
Yeah, no. Oh, that's because the door is up here.
Well, we don't want to like hop up on the platform and excuse us. You had to stop the oxygen because I'm walking this way.
Well, you guys could wait for the auction to end. You can see there's, several boxes of things to be sold around here, but there's not a whole lot. Probably another 20 minutes this auction will end.
I just noticed for the line of sight, I'm there. I can see the other side of the building, but the building itself is invisible. I can
Yeah,
see
there's
through
something
it, but not
going
itself.
on.
There's masking over the building, too.
Oh, well, that's
Okay.
probably why. That's probably why the line of sight's not working then, or working like it normally is. But there is a door right here that I'm able
Yeah,
to
there's a
open
door
and
right
close.
there. And which means that, what is that? No, that's target enemy units.
But it opens sight to the back. I can see behind it now. Opening the door shows over here.
Where are you?
So you guys wait for the auction to end, and it's now good and dark outside, man. I mean, it's like pretty dark. And you step up, and there's guards standing out front here. You can hear quite a bit going on. There's like, I don't know, sounds festive on the inside. There's a party, man.
They may be having a party. We should investigate in case it is fun.
Maybe they started a party for me.
Ah, that's a good question. We should ask.
Yeah, maybe I'm the guest of honor. I did bring my gavel.
Does mean business.
So what do
Excuse
you?
me there,
Yeah.
God. We here to see Red Petal Sue if it's not too late. And
Yes, it'll translate. Yes, we'd like to see Red Petal Sue, please. The mayor here wishes to talk to her. Look at the gavel.
Okay. So obviously this guy does require some translation, and he tells you one moment, backs up, he opens the door and kind of whispers into it like this and shuts the door. And about 5 minutes, not even 5 minutes go by, let's say 3 minutes go by, the door opens up, and this guy says, where the hell is?
Umzawa, Salsinho.
Fight!
I think that means there will be snacks.
So the door is open.
Get some egg rolls. Do they open the door?
Yeah.
Look at HG. He's all crooked. He's all sideways. He's like,
Well, I mean, he is drunk.
yeah. Oh, Timmons will go in. Timmons like walks in and looks around.
I'll follow
there,
as
please?
well.
Ah, there's outside.
Timmons like, hello?
Which direction is the gong coming from?
There ain't no furniture in here.
You see that the inside of this building is not anything more than a meeting house, a festivities house. There are tables along the walls that have food and beverages and things on them. There's a couple of people going through like martial arts movements and stuff, kind of sparring in the middle of the room. That nothing in deadly. No deadly
More
combat.
show-like.
Yeah, it's more show-like.
What kind of food is there?
Egg rolls. Look, there's egg rolls.
There's some
There's egg rolls.
different dishes made of cabbage, some bok choy, there's
Tacos?
some fish, there's some pork.
Tacos?
There's no tacos here.
It's
Yep.
not Tuesday.
But it's a party. You can't have a party without tacos.
You guys make your way around, and you eventually find Red Petal Sue, and she's sitting in this room. And as you enter, Luke, as you come that way, and you enter, there's like this smoke rolling out of this room. And HG, you know what this smell is.
The special
Good
herbs.
stuff.
Kind of a sickly
Timothy says-
sweet.
I think
It's
it's
a lot.
potpourri.
It's a lot
I
less
think it's
depressing in here. Yeah, we should hang out here and stuff. Let's just stay out outside. Just chill here.
So Red Petal Sue's sitting back, and she's looking at you guys, and she looks at you, Tim, and she's got this really not a very friendly face on. As you enter the door, everybody else is kind of back behind you.
As
I guess
Simmons
HG's
enters and he sees she's looking at him, he'll take his hat off.
She looks at your shoes.
I'm gonna whisper over to Timmons. Maybe you should have brought her some bok choy.
Then Timmons, he goes, "Oh yeah, this is like Tong's place." He starts to take his boots off. Hopples
Ooh,
around
that is
a
very
little bit.
pungent.
And when
He
you
stops
do,
about mid. He stops about mid boot and he pauses and looks up at her, and then he looks down at his boots, and he kind of shrugs. Then he slips one of his boots off.
she motions her finger like this, and this servant goes back and comes back out and has a bowl of like oiled water, fragrant water, and they start to wash her feet and stuff.
Timmons sits down in a chair. He's like, stuffs his socks in his boots and
They pull out their pedicure kit.
puts his hat over the top of his boots. Gets some of the fragrant water that his feet are soaking in and
So
wipes the dirt
she
off his face.
reaches around, she takes this mallet, she hits this gong, and these young girls come carrying these trays in, little bitty teapots, little teacups on the trays. And they set the tea service down kind of. Now there's no chairs. Everybody's kind of sitting on cushions and stuff around the.
Well, I guess Luke will walk up and have a seat on one of the pillows.
You take your shoes off.
Yes.
Well, you probably gonna get a foot wash too. When's the last time Luke washed his feet?
Let's see, how long has he been traveling?
You one of you
Alright, 1,
disgusting
2.
Caucasians that creep around like some varmints or something. Never
Timmons
never
washed
wash.
his feet in the. Just to remind you, Timmons washed his feet after he stepped on the dead boy's body in the river.
In corpse water.
In the corpse water. All right, so you guys all kind of you sit down. They offer you tea. You guys gonna have tea and crumpets? There's tea and crumpets. Who's having tea and crumpets?
I will
Sure.
have tea.
Timmons is like, I don't know
Who's
what a
having a
crumpet
foot
is, but I'm
wash?
trying one. I
If
want
they
tea.
offer it,
I
I'll.
am not. My feet are clean. I wash my socks every night.
There you go. Uh, so yeah, you guys sit around and Red Petal Sue is looking at you, and she turns around, she sees HG coming through the door, and she looks for a second like this, and then she kind of smiles real big, and she gives HG a bow like that and tells him to have a seat. Remember, he fixed your
Friends.
gyrocopter, didn't he?
Oh, hey, it's
I
you!
think you got something whirling. I think you got
Still
something
like
whirling.
stumble over and like fall in the seat. At least someone with good taste here. I've been doing good. Yeah, it was a fun tangent. Yeah.
Gotcha.
And she plops down in a seat and starts looking around anxiously for the pipe.
So there's a couple of pipes smoking. You're more than welcome she, to take one, and she sees you looking at it, and she takes her hand and just kind of motions like, "Go ahead." You see a little bit of smoke still coming off of it. Timmons, is that you eating crumpets and tea over there?
Timmons like, you gonna eat yours?
Luke, you eating crumpets and tea too? Okay.
Yes.
So uh, 5 minutes goes by, 10 minutes goes by. HG's smoking. Everybody's just kind of sitting there chill. Now, you guys notice that the people sitting with Red Petal Sue, except for two guys standing behind her, that I mean, these guys look like they mean true fucking business. And HG, you'd look at these two and go, yeah, those two people right there probably clean a room out quick. And the other people sitting here with her though, looks like they've been smoking on the pipe. They're just kind of sitting there like meditating.
Where's Arnold Schwarzenegger at?
He's not in here. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Schwarzenegger?
Schwarzenegger. So Luke, you come in, and we're gonna do this really quick. I think everybody here is partaking of the hospitality, foot wash, crumpets, and
Well,
tea.
just the tea and the
I'm just
crumpets anyway.
having the
You're,
tea.
you're just having the tea. You're just having the tea and the crumpets, but you two are not having your feet washed, right?
Yeah,
No,
but
I'm
I
not.
did get some bok choy to put on the tea with the crumpets too
Okay.
Ew.
before I came in.
That's a ew.
Well,
Just
not together, alternating.
but still, on the same plate, that's still kind of ew.
Is anybody else
It's kind of
helping
like tuna fish
helping
and a pizza.
HG get his meditation going there?
If it was like tuna fish salad,
Oh no.
no.
Nope. The rest of you guys steer clear of that. HG, you take a big old pull off this pipe. All right. You guys just
Uh,
set some. Let's just see what happens. Let's play this through. So first of all, sounds like everybody drank the tea, right?
Yeah, Timmons had a couple of helpings.
All right. So
He's like, damn it, I should have went and peed before we came.
Timmons, the room starts to kind of tip a little sideways, and then the other way, and then what the hell? I feel like I'm on the boat, and then the whole room spins upside down, and here you are again, looking up from your body as a shadow moves away from you, and there's pain screaming through your head. And the shadow that moves away from you is grinning down at you. He's got war paint on, and he's holding your scalp in one hand and a bloody knife in the other. And you're looking up at him. Let's roll me a percentile die, Timmons.
Anything.
The nightmare becomes more and more real. And now you look as people are holding your arms out to the side and driving stakes into the ground and wrapping ropes where they've got you tied out like this. And this Pawnee stands over the top of you and he takes a knife and starts at your top of your head and he starts to peel the skin down off of your face in little strips and it's hanging down in front of your eyes. I need you to give me a spirit roll at -4.
Eek. Come on, Wildcat.
Okay. Luke,
Yes.
you sit here bleeding. Blood runs out of holes all through you. And you look
I've been shot.
down, and there's a silver crucifix that's driven right into your chest. But you look back up, and Grimm's smiling at you, the Reverend Grimm. And he's got your wife, her limp body. She's obviously deceased already. Her eyes stare off into space. And he's got her by the head of the hair, and he's moving her around like a puppet. And he shakes her head up and down like this, and her jaw's going like this. I told you not to go after him. And he's making fun of you. And I need you to roll me a percentile die.
They have the weird T.
Okay. You kind of, you're like, this is not, you know, this is not the way this is going to be. And the vision changes. And, you're off somewhere else, like hanging with some friends when you were a kid, fishing for catfish, and the vision
A safe
passes.
memory.
A safe memory.
I'm okay with that.
HG.
Spirit roll.
I need a percentile die roll first. You hear an explosion, and what little bit of light there was disappears, and dust fills the air, and you can hear the groans of men. And you know what it is. It's a cave in. You can't catch your breath. You can't catch your breath. You can't catch your breath. And then this shaft of light shines down on you, and you're standing in this field, and it's completely nothing's happened. You just kind of shrugged off this vision that you were having. Alonzo,
Finally, just
you you're laying here
Ring?
on what might be a battlefield because you're looking over. You're not sure how you got here, but there's bodies, and you can't really move. You can't hardly move. And you look over to the side, and you can see other bodies, and then you hear this kind of a snarling, kind of, like an animal. And so you turn your head this way. Your body's still not responding, and you can see a large half man half animal of some kind, not a wolf, not a jackal, uh, you're not sure what it is. You're thinking this is the chupa fucking cabra right here. This is the chupacabra, and it's snarling and it's eating and it's ripping these bodies apart. And then all of a sudden, you start to your body starts to respond, and you look at your hand, and your hand is transforming into something monstrous. I need you to roll a percentile die.
No.
Hmm.
Oh my god.
No, that's good. Um, as you look at your hand, it transforms into this, and you look back over, and the vision kind of fades of this chupacabra or whatever eating this changeling that was eating this person. That who was that? Was that somebody that was traveling with you? You don't know, but they're gone now, and you look back at your hand, and it's normal, and you're like, whoa. And let's see. Last but not least, Doc Fong. We know. We know what's going to happen here. You are suddenly in a cavern, and there's very dim light, and all around you are these translucent figures moving, and they've got these faces, and they've got this walk to them, kind of like that guy with no pants in Perdition. And as they walk
Oh,
towards you, and they're coming, and they're screaming, and they're getting ready to pounce on you, and you're like, oh my god, they're coming at me. I need you to roll a percentile die. Okay, so I need you to roll a
Ruh-roh.
spirit die
We're in
at
spirit
minus
world,
4.
man. You see the size of that chicken?
Hmm. Okay. Things kind of start to settle down, and you guys, for the next, you don't know how long, you kind of drift in and out of these dreams. And when you come to, you're in this room by yourself. Red Petal Sue's no longer here. The only people who are here were the her guests that were sitting there smoking on the opium pipes, but her and her two bodyguards have gone.
What was that last part? I didn't quite hear you.
Her and her two bodyguards that were standing, that had been like shadowing her the whole time, they're gone. When you guys come to, when you kind of start coming around, one of you wakes up and you're like, what the fuck? And you reach over and everybody's kind of laying around sleeping. You're like, what the hell's going on? And one of you guys wakes up the other one. What the fuck? You're trying to figure this out. But Red Petal Sue isn't in here.
Did you see my whisper, Marb?
I did. But you are just now even to a point where you could even consider.
Right.
And yeah, you could, Benno, but it would do you no good because it
Oh,
had nothing to
okay.
do with the cult.
Okay. I'm going to roll it just to see what it would have been.
Doc,
What a
you're
way
asking
to.
me the same thing.
It's totally supernatural, guys.
Yeah, you totally believe that this is some kind of, like, there's ghosts here or some kind of shit talking to you. So, let's see what happens. They succeed on a spirit roll, but you didn't.
That's it. I am swearing off tea.
That or don't
From
take tea from
Timmons
strangers.
and
from now on, the only tea I drink is tequila.
Timmons, you lose one spirit die, and you are now delusional, and involves something about your worst nightmare. There's something about your worst nightmare that you will do anything to convince everybody around you is real. And this is going to be happening.
Everyone's here is Pawnee. They're all Pawnee, man. We gotta get out of here.
Doc Fong, the same for you. You lose a spirit die. Now, it can't be lower than a D4. You cannot have a spirit die lower than D4.
I think his goes down to a D6. No,
I'm
it was a
not.
D4.
I'm not looking at it. I don't know what it is. I'm just. You guys
Yeah,
make the
I think
adjustments.
he rolled,
You have the
yeah, I think
minor delusional hindrance. Okay. Now keep a note of what it was originally, in case you get some kind of restorative power or something. Now, HG and Luke and Alonzo, I think. Yeah. You guys gain the Nerves of Steel edge, or the
Sweet.
improved version if you already have this edge.
Nice.
Nice indeed. Now, I am curious if this was part of the module or something that Marb came up with.
Would you now? Would you like to know that?
I'm just curious.
No, this is homebrew. Well, it's a combination. All right, so basically,
We don't have to meet the requirement, right?
what Pinnacle does, and what Shane Hensley's been known as him and his team write this stuff. They'll give you a lot of background on a place. Like these are savage locations, savage locales. And there are
Okay.
savage tales. And there are savage tales that can happen around savage locales. So they'll give you a setting and say, this is what it's like. So they painted this to be the biggest pirate port that you're going to come across. So how would this pirate port be, and especially if it was all Chinese? Well,
Opium den.
it'd be
Everywhere.
everywhere. It'd be a huge opium den, and you've got a very powerful person in the West Coast, among the West Coast triads in Red Petal Sue, and she just who knows what she had her way with you guys for who knows how long. How long have we been in here? It's dark outside. Nobody's anywhere except you do see the place. There's still people around these balconies just watching the garden. This whole place is heavily fortified and secured. So you guys think, God, has it been an hour? Has it been two? And you don't know what the hell's happened. Because you just walked right in and decided to have tea and crumpets. Because you got a friend. You got a friend.
Mr. Timmons, I thought she was your friend.
She's not my friend. I was trying to make friends with her. Apparently, she's Pawnee. I'm gonna have to shoot her in the head now.
This is not going to be good for your re-election campaign.
I don't think these people voted for me. These are a bunch of ponies.
Just because you can't handle your brew doesn't mean you gotta go blaming the tea.
No, I believe they're just ghosts.
Nah, there's
strange
definitely some.
beasts.
I'm blaming all these ponies.
No, it was definitely some sort of supernatural occurrence.
I think it was the secondhand smoke from the opium. Had me hallucinate.
Well, that was probably at least part of it.
Okay, what if they are ghost Pawnee? That would all make sense.
That's a good point. I should probably check around here, get any that's left over, so we can take it back for further study later. Just in case it is.
So HG starts cleaning the room up.
Looking
Good
under
science,
the
yes.
cushion. There's got to be some more in here. Timmons gets up and puts his damn socks and boots on, puts his hat on, and goes outside.
Do you reach down and make sure that there's not like a wet spot on your butthole or anything? Your banjo music.
His worries right now. Timmons does not That would be he would probably prefer that.
Well, you guys really have no. You're real groggy. You kind of wake up. You're like, what the? And it doesn't take you long. I mean, all of you are, have intelligence at least enough to know that, man, she slipped us something. You don't know what it was. Doc Fong might be able to tell with his skills of herbalism or whatever, but a cult won't do it.
Well, Luke's still gonna think it was a hex and that Red Petal Sue is a witch.
And you
What
can
about
you can
botany?
do that. Botany. Well, I mean, the round answer is there's several plants that could produce, what this has done. The ability to balance certain concoctions out to where it's enough to do what it needs to, and not so much it kills somebody is, that takes the science, the real science. So, out of anything you're gonna say, man, she's got somebody working for her that knows some shit.
Yes, either someone who is very knowledgeable or very lucky. Or perhaps they meant to kill us and screwed up. And we are the ones who are lucky.
Or maybe she does this to all her guests. You never know.
Maybe she disappeared because she is in fact a ghost. Explain many things. But she didn't have the funny hat.
Maybe she's just a nice lady trying to share a good time with everyone.
Wait, funny hat? What funny hat, Doc?
I'm telling you now, she's pony. She just looks Asian.
What's a pawnee?
Pony, an Indian.
Well, we gotta listen to what she says.
Like to scalp you. That's a pony.
Did you seal the blast door? That's Starfighter tomorrow night, right here. Who's
We'll
out
have
there tonight?
celebratory tea for some reason.
I'm not even looking at. I haven't even looked at chat. No tacos yet. Sorry, Stark. Stark's been in here. He's probably over playing Valheim on my server right now. Scuba Sundries, Pismires,
Indeed, he is.
Pismires, and Steph's in here. Commander Root. Commander Root's always hanging out here. I think Commander Root likes to spy on me or something. I don't understand that one.
Chat too all the time. I don't know.
Dances with Kobolds. Good to have Stephanie in the house. So what would you guys like to do? You kind of you stand up and you don't quite have your bearings. It's dark. It's really dark in here, but it's almost like a nightlight glowing. There's these small little oil lanterns that are producing like this really fragrant scented smell, this fragrant oil that's burning in them.
Did we see a staircase when we came in?
I know you didn't.
I wonder how they get to those balconies anyway. Do you think it's because they're ghosts?
Probably yes.
Because of where the spirit was. We got to get out of here. Tim is just like hustling to get his boots in.
We're in the spirit world. So you guys get dressed and stuff. Somebody locked the door though, didn't they? Who just locked the door?
Huh?
Oh no, it's open. It's open. As you look out here in the hallway, you can see there are and where's HG? He's over here. He's upside down. How's he?
I think to do it, yeah.
I don't know.
You can also right click.
Oh, right.
You can also right click to do it.
I think
Early.
it's from the smoke.
Yeah, so you come out and you can see this older Chinese gentleman, and he's dressed like he's probably the her steward of the house or whatever. And he bows to you guys as you come out, and he holds his hand out like he's waiting for you to walk in front of him. And as you look kind of down this direction, you can see that there are a couple of these serving girls that had brought the tea in earlier standing there. So he's kind of motioning you like to go toward them.
Oh, would you like some more tea? Wait a second.
No,
I will
No.
pass.
Well,
no tea, no
hey
crumpets.
Timmons, they
Yeah,
are offering you free tea.
They don't have
Would you
tea.
like more?
They don't have tea, but if you walk towards them, they turn and they start walking this direction. What
So HD will
the?
give him a
No,
little,
this
common honorific.
back outside. And you get out of here, and it looks like the party is still going, but it's a small gathering of friends around the campfire. You can hear some kind of stringed instrument being played, and there is a storyteller that appears that is telling the story. And Doc Fong, this is an old Chinese tale of some hero and blah blah blah, and it's the equivalent of a bard telling a story and entertaining these people. That's what's going on. And Red Petal Sue's sitting here, and she looks at you guys and smiles and tells you to come and sit down.
That was quite some tea, my lady.
I'm gonna try to sneakily see if I can see through her because she's a ghost.
Are you going to try to like
You
reach your
like
hand through her?
she just kind of moves back away from you, and as you get close, and there's about 6 guys that start forward, and she kind of waves them back, and she said, "Sometimes it pays to understand those that you find yourself having reoccurring dealings with."
This is the first time I've met you, ma'am.
Yes, yes, that is true. Mayor Timmons, will I get my railroad connection?
I don't do no business with Pony.
Pawnee?
Yeah,
I am not
Pawnee.
Pawnee, Mayor Timmons.
Everyone's here, Pony.
My friend, Mr.
His
Willikers.
eyes are like this big.
Wait,
Would
does
you
that mean you are
please
as well, Timmons?
would you please have words with your good mayor? Has someone given him some wine or something? Someone bring him some plum wine.
I
He
do
does
believe your
pay
tea had
attention.
an adverse effect on him.
Yeah, he's not good at handling this shit. We'll work on it though.
I'm gonna have my railroad one way or another. It'll happen. I need my connection. You can't
You
possibly
just gotta
leave
not be
out.
Pony then.
I'm not Pawnee. But you can't
Yeah.
possibly not connect the largest railroad on the continent just because what Pawnee? And of course, she's in a very thick Asian accent that I'm not going to attempt to do tonight. And she does not appear to be a ghost, Doc Fong. Now, what can I
That's
help
how
you
they
with?
get you.
I want something from you, and you obviously want something from me because you came here. What would that be?
It ain't tea.
Well,
Well,
not
I,
that kind anyway.
Get off the table just yet.
well, I think they had my reason is I'm looking for a man named Rabid Rance.
Rabid Rants. Oh, are you sure you want to meet Rabid Rants? She smiles, has a real laugh at that.
Oh, it's just a matter of business, you see.
It's always
So-
about business, isn't it? And I can appreciate that, she says.
How old is Red Petal Sue?
Probably. It's the Asians age very well, and you might think, she's somewhere between probably 40 and 60, maybe.
Hey,
Huh?
Cougar Town.
Yeah, yeah. And obviously quite daring to those who have met her before, which includes HG, Timmons, and Doc Fong. And you guys were you all part of meeting her to discuss? Where did you met her on the way to Collegium Station, didn't you, at the railroad head? Where you met her the first time when she tried to blow up Hellstrom's train.
She
Yeah,
didn't
fortunately, I don't
know
think
it was us.
she knows.
I don't
Yeah,
think she-
Yeah, she rolled bad. She couldn't put two and two together. She rolled bad, so she knows you from somewhere, which might be the reason for the teasing. Do you say that aloud,
Timmons
Doc
still
Funk?
doesn't understand what's going on because like
Quietly.
4 nights
quiet.
ago he pretty much had the same dream.
Hmm. Yeah.
So he's not convinced that it was the tea.
This one's was even more realistic. I mean, it's like this night recurring nightmare with you. It's getting worse and worse. Um, you say it quietly, and she looks at you and she says, "You seek the necessity alliance. That is curious. I can see no reason why you would want to seek or why anyone would want to seek the necessity alliance. Bunch of crazy Indians."
Well, as
Timmons
you
jumps
notice,
back
that
a little.
fits perfect with Timmons.
He like gets in the like against the wall. Wait, there's more of us?
Well, they're not going to take him in for sure, especially if he's got this fear of Indians. I mean, that doesn't make any sense. She tells you.
Well, yes, there's a lot that doesn't make enough sense about our mayor. And then in English, you say, "You are doing a good job, mayor." Yes, but see, they know a person, or maybe
Bang
you
my
know the
gavel
person.
on the window. Who knows something?
I might know a person, or I might just be the person that knows. And if I'm the person that knows, I'm a person that knows and would be willing to share that information if I had my connection.
Do you know anything about a person named Born in a Bowl, or where to find this Necessity Alliance?
I might indeed be able to steer you in the right direction. Mayor, I need my railroad connection. Warlord Kang will not, or yeah, Kang. Quan is in Quan, yeah. Warlord Kang will not settle for less. I can give you what you wish if you could give me what I wish. We make the deal right here, right now.
Yes, Mayor, come sign these papers over here.
Nah, nothing that allows Pawnee to in the position. It ain't happening.
Yes, but the Pawnee do not want the Iron Dragon Railroad to connect to Perdition. Are you going to let them win?
What are you talking about? Everybody here's Pawnee. You don't see that?
If everybody is here, doesn't that mean you are as well?
No, I mean everybody but us. He is, whatever that is. He's just
That's
pointing at Sage.
HG.
Oh, yeah. Well, I always thought he might be Pawnee anyway, but that's a different story.
She has this box brought out, and inside the box are some papers rolled up, and nice new fountain pen. Must have been shipped all the way from back east.
Oh, fancy pen.
Mayor, all I need is
yes.
my connection.
But it would be good if we could get out of town here, away from them, right,
Emmons
Mayor?
closes the box.
All these ghosts.
Nope. No, I can't do it.
Away from the ghosts.
My soul is not letting me.
This place is not good, Mr. Timmons.
Full of Pawnee. Look at them all. You don't see them? They're just gonna scalp us all if we don't get out of here soon.
Now, I see Chinese, not Pawnee.
There is
Yeah,
something we
that's
could
what
try.
they want you to believe. Here, have some more of this tea. They'll turn into Pawnee just fast enough.
I don't want any more of that tea.
Timmons, give me a spirit roll and give me a smarts roll.
Spirit.
Yep. Okay.
Ooh.
Okay, you're smart enough to know that these are not Pawnee, and you're able to shake off your delusions for just a moment. and start to understand that no, this is Red Petal Sue, and I'm sitting in some one of her towns or something, and so you're having a momentary lapse of sanity.
Did somebody give me a candy bar? What happened?
Yeah, exactly. Your blood sugar bottomed out, man. You were talking to
Timmons
people
is
that
like,
weren't there.
You're not
Timmons
yourself when
is
you're
like,
hungry, man. You ate a Snickers.
Timmons is like, he leans over to I guess I guess Doc Fong, and he says, "Do I have authorization to sign stuff for the town of Perdition?"
Well,
You are
you have
the
the
mayor.
gavel, right?
Well, yeah, but don't they have like town council or something like that? The people with
Mr.
the hat.
Timmons.
Did you put a council in
That's.
place?
Did you say
Do
that's
they
Z
have a
Germans?
gavel?
Mr. Timmons, it is better to ask forgiveness than ask permission.
Oh,
Plus,
that's
again,
true. Because
do they have a
you
gavel,
know,
or do you have a gavel?
in my mind, I thought they were coming anyways. I thought they were setting up. Let's take a look at this paperwork
I
now
don't
that
know. Maybe I could get a smaller gavel and be the
I
assistant gavel.
Timmons kind of brushes himself. You know, dust comes flying
I'll
off,
have
but
to
he's
do
like,
a new
kind
sound
of
bite. It doesn't go pop, pop, pop. It goes. Tim
he
and
straightens up a little bit.
you straighten up a little bit. You start looking at this paperwork, and basically it says, that the person signing has the authority for the city of Perdition, and grants
Hold up.
railroad access rights. And you're looking at this. There's a legal land description that doesn't make a whole lot of sense out here out west, where there's not really any official surveys anyway. But it looks like they're just going to bring this railroad right into town.
No stipulation for the town of Perdition though. Where what's the benefit to the town of Perdition? Where's that at? He's flipping through the papers.
Well, Mr. Simmons, your your benefit is that you're connected to the largest railroad in the continental, on the continent. Yeah, the continental, blah 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 blah. The continental collection of fucked up places.
Well, Timmons is like, well, I understand that, that that I'm connected to the old Chicago and the Northwestern lines, you know, but just because somebody bought them out don't mean a whole lot of nothing to nobody anymore. It's still the same railroad, and it is coming into perdition, but there ain't nothing that's benefiting perdition other than a bunch of hectic stuff going on. And it looks like here you're taking away some land from perdition. Isn't that what some of this paper says?
Well, we have to have a terminal. We have actually been in
Hmm. And did this
communications
terminal
with.
produce revenue? Did this terminal produce revenue?
Well, it will produce revenue. It'll produce revenue for the city and all railroads involved, and
Ten
and
percent.
and you can read down through here. It looks like there's been an agreement reached already between uh, the Bayou Vermilion Railroad, Simon LaCroix, Baron LaCroix, and they will join up at the terminal that Bayou Vermilion has offered to build here in Perdition, and they'll share a large section of that terminal with Wasatch connecting to it as well. That's all in it. So it looks like there's been communication going on that you don't know about. It's just getting the final approval of the city of Perdition to allow it to happen.
10%.
Mr. Timmons, it sounds like they want to make Perdition a hub.
Oh yeah, I know.
That cannot be bad.
No, it's not a bad thing, but perdition should benefit from said terminal. It should have some revenue, don't you think? I mean, the infrastructure of perdition has to grow. The streets got to get mowed. The telegraph got to get mowed. Everything got to grow. So where's that coming from? I think 10% is a fair offer.
10% of what? A 10%
10% of
tax
the
on
revenue from the
10% tax on what, ticket purchases, or what are you proposing? You know, your city
10%
government can
of the
operate
revenue of the terminal.
the revenue of the terminal. She says, I can't speak for the other railroads. I can only speak for our railroad, and I'm willing to authorize 3%. 3% of all revenues that come through the Iron Dragon connection to the city. Right off the top. That's going to be a big chunk of money, Mayor Simmons.
Wait, is that right off the top, meaning before expenses?
Well, of course not. But before everyone else gets paid. 3% is a huge amount.
I will
That's
agree to 5% if everyone else does.
Well, then we have this.
For 2 years, and then it will be renegotiated.
And on that note, we're gonna take a break. 10 minutes.
I think that
Yeah,
that deserves a.
I think that deserves a Benny too, and I'll take care of that when we get back. Let me find a timer. 30. We do it 37.
9:37.
9:37. It's counting.
It's 10:30.
Yeah,
Wherever it is.
and let me see. Flip over here. We'll be right back, everybody. Stick around.
10 minutes.
Yeah, we're gonna do the intro again, just because I want to do the intro again. How's that? Yay! Murder Hobo Show's in the house. And Engorgio's in the house. Here's the intro from Drake Takes Video.
Yeehaw!
That sounds like Jingo.
Did I just see an undead Tivrak?
An undead Tivrak? I don't know. We're back, yay! And we are done with that.
Good.
And we are done with Snaz. And I can close that. And yay, we are back for the second half of our show tonight. Thank you. And Gorgio, good to have you in the house.
Oh, I can't see myself on those streams.
Well, I can probably fix that if I can find the cam.
I mean, no one wants to see me anyways. It's okay.
No, why is that? How come I am not getting? Well, where the hell's it at?
That's a nice intro, Drake.
Well, it says it's
Oh,
there.
thank you.
Oh, here he is, way up here. Here, so all we can see is his ear. And there he is. There's the gorgeous Engorgio. There's the Engorgeous one.
And gorgeous one.
The Engorgeous one who engorges on whatever.
Hey, Mark,
Truck
on that screen, Doc's and Gorgio's camera thing is slightly off.
I'm working on it, Benno. Damn, busting my
Damn.
fucking chops. Holy shit. You know what? I think now if I pop back over here to this. That works. Except, who's it? Oh, well, we can't even see your camera. Don't be so judgmental, Mr. Eating. I'm eating. I'm not going to be on camera. We're back. We're at Red Pedal Sue, and they about come to an agreement. And she says, contingent upon that, she said, I will help you with your problem, though. And I will help you find the Necessity Alliance. Matter of fact, I won't just help you find them, I'll tell you exactly where they're at. She snaps her fingers and says something and calls for a map for those that can understand Cantonese. And they bring a map out, and she says, can any of you read a map? Can you read a map, Mayor Timmons?
Well, certainly I know how to read a map. That way is
No,
north.
it doesn't.
And he points up into the sky.
She says, well, the maze is shifting and changing all the time. It's really hard to get a map like this. And but this is pretty current, pretty recent. It's pretty valuable. And you will find the Necessity Alliance right here. And she, points right on the map where you will find them at.
Let me
Is that
take a
where?
look.
Yeah, you better look at this, Doc, because I think it's in Cantonese.
Is it like on an island in the maze?
Yep.
Mainland.
Yeah, because you
Yes.
guys are. I'll share this map with you. Switch to the scene. Blah blah blah. We find ourselves in Central California, and you're in Lion's Roar, which is down here in the southern part of Central California. And it is actually connected to land from like a land bridge. It goes from here to here, and then you can actually walk all the way back on the land from here. So you could get here without being on a boat.
Is it always there, or is it one of those tidal ones that changes depending on the time of day?
What's that? You mean like a causeway?
Yeah,
Land
you get
No,
ones
this
sometimes that.
no, this is like a big swinging bridge. This is not. It's not as far. Between there. It's just, that shows it would be 30 miles across there. It's not. It's just a kind of a representation. So you can actually walk out to this place by land. Now the bridge doesn't look the safest in the world, but there's a lot of people that's using the thing. All right. So and she tells you that you can find them like right out in here somewhere, and it doesn't really matter because it's just going to be another island in the maze that we go to.
Can I try to commit it to memory where it is relative to other places?
Yeah, give me a D6. It is relatively 2 days away from here to the northwest.
No.
Why don't you take a look, Alonzo? Also, and HG. HG, maybe you can find it from above. Sometimes you fly on things.
Yeah, that'll take you up. You'll probably be like due west of Shanfan if it's a good 2 days from here. Thoughts?
That's good. If we hurry, if they're still there, we can talk to them and find out that information.
We gotta get back on the boat.
Well, at least there's
Now,
no Pawnee on the
you
boat.
wouldn't be obliged to tell me where Rabbit Rance might be, would you?
Rabbit Rance could be sitting right beside you. That's the amazing thing about him. She tells you. She said, no, I should say,
He's a ghost.
fortunately, unfortunately, I don't know. Maybe it's fortunate that I don't know Rabbit Rance. I kind of like to keep it that way. He tends to get involved in, how do we say, other people's interests.
Well, I had heard a rumor that he was passing through town recently, so thought I'd try to gather any information I could.
There's a cat.
Hello, kitty.
Meow.
That's a
Hey.
big fluffy cat.
Oh, he's like, put me down, put me down.
Were you going to say
Morris.
something, Jingo?
Oh, nothing important. I was just commenting on the cat.
Oh. So, you guys, you're just going to hang out here and get stoned with red petals? Actually, you notice that not one time has she ever picked up one of these opium pipes.
Nope, neither will I.
I don't suppose you happen to know where Addie Hornwell is? That herbal lady from the maze.
What would you want with Hetty Hornwell?
Well, we are professional associates, and I haven't spoken with her a long time. Plus, I happen to know that she knows where everyone is, and she might be able to help my new associate here.
To find Rabbit Rance? If it happens in the maze, they say Hattie knows. Hattie helped me out one time. I would hate for anything bad to happen to poor Hattie.
I'll be right back.
Well, I don't think they're planning on hurting her.
Well,
You never know, though, I suppose.
you never know. But she pulls the map back out and she goes, "There's where you'll find Hattie Hornwell's, and it's just a little bitty dot. There's not even really a landmass there. It just got a little dot on there, and it says HH."
Oh, Hattie Hornwell. Can I try to commit it to memory too, or commit that one to memory?
What's that?
The Hattie Hornwell location.
Yeah. Yeah, and try to cross-reference it on your maps. I mean, you guys, it's still kind of a crapshoot. I mean, the maze is not.
Right.
Don't look at the maps we got today and think, oh yeah, you can just drive to here. It tells you the exact mileage and what you can stop along the way. No, the maze is constantly changing and shifting.
It's good to know whether or not it's like in the north or the south anyway.
Yeah, it'll get you in the general
Yeah.
direction. Her map doesn't look anything like your map or anybody else's, but you're like, yeah, I could. So let's see, just how what would that take? A smarts roll probably. The ability to commit that to memory and kind of cross-reference your own map with it.
Bruh.
Yeah. Yep. Doc says I've got this. So, you guys gonna shop the black market? Or are you gonna get back on your boat? Or are you gonna hang out with Red Petal Sue?
No, I would like to leave this place as soon as possible. I do not like it.
You don't say that loud enough for Red Petal Sue to hear you, do you?
I say it in Spanish. If she speaks Spanish, then she could hear me.
Let's
see.
see.
Yes.
It's Fuchi Cabeza. This place is haunted.
I
I
agree. There
just
are
said
many
I do
ghosts
not.
here.
I just said I do not like it.
I seriously doubt it tells the languages that she speaks. Most of the stuff is lacking in that respect. Yeah.
Well, I imagine she at least knows Mandarin and Cantonese as well as English.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah, it didn't say anything about whether she speaks
So
Spanish or not.
did we come to an agreement?
She is going to the other, to Hellstrom and to LaCroix and trying to get them to agree that Perdition receives 3%. 3% after expenses of the operation of the terminal, right off the top before any other money is dispensed.
And Timmons
Or
kinda
was it
approaches
5%? It
her a
was
little bit.
5%. I think you said
Yeah.
5%.
And
Bederick,
Timmons
thank you,
approaches
buddy.
her a little bit and says, if this deal goes through, Perdition knows where there's a large amount of ghost rock for the taking. He winks at her.
I'd like to discuss that with you in the future, she says.
Mustache.
Didn't say who. I've got. Oh my gosh! I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm missing somebody. Oh, where's Gorgio? Did I not pin his camera up there? Come on.
I don't know.
You're gonna have to squeeze it in. We've never had everyone here. No, he's up there. How?
Yeah, he's there, but I didn't pin it on top of my stuff, so it'd fallen behind Fantasy
Oh,
Ground.
you don't have
2,
it.
3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, Vino, roll a d6. Well, it's perfect. It cannot explode. So one is Brad, 2 is Jeremy, 3 is Jingo, 4 is Venerig, 5 is Drake, and Gorgio is number 6.
It could be 5 and
What
6
shit?
this way.
It could be 5 and 6 this way. Well, yeah. You know, I really need to make a shortcut to our theme music. As
Oh no.
yeah. Brad, please have Doc Fong roll his spirit roll to see if he earns a fear
Which
point.
is so awesome right now.
I bet it is. Oh,
Well.
you know what?
Nice.
That's so good. If you had a fear point on you, I'll let you remove it. As this little man with
Well, I
hairy
think
legs
he's
and no
dead
pants
now.
and a bowler hat pops up, and he winds up, and you see him go into his stance, and he winds up, and he takes that handful of shit, and he flings it, and it smacks into Tim and Simmons, and it smacks into Albert, who just happened to walk up going, what the fuck's going on? You right there, mouthful of monkey shit, kind of nutty. And that is Clyde the monkey, courtesy of Venerick, who redeemed him and didn't pick anybody, so we rolled for it. There you go.
So you see Albert take some of the poop off his face and dumps it into his coffee or wine or whiskey, whatever the hell he's drinking. His taste.
Here, have
Start
some of
drinking
this tea. Have some of this tea, Albert.
Okay.
Timmons to scrape some off his face and put it in Albert's tea too.
What tea?
Albert will drink it.
What tea?
Red Petal Sue tea.
Yeah, that tea.
You pour him some tea, and you scrape monkey poop off, and you put the monkey poop in the tea.
Let's see.
It's like a.
Albert, he might drink it.
It's a mochaccino.
So you take a drink of the mochaccino in Gorgio, and everybody's kind of snickering. They're kind of laughing to themselves as you're sitting here. How drunk are you anyway? You obviously fought your way through this crowd of Chinese people who thought you were all crazy, because this is like the penultimate pirate Chinese black market in the maze.
What time of day is it?
It's like
Dark.
9 o'clock at night.
Oh yeah, he's toasted.
Yeah, he's toasted. Well, he'd been shit faced on the ship. So there we go. All right, so give me a percentile die roll there in Gorgeous One. Oh,
Not bad.
okay, not bad at all. Not bad at all. Drake. Fear factor is supposed to be a thing for the players in Deadlands, not the GM. But
And it went to Stephanie. Nice.
perfect timing. Steph gets a gifted sub from Drake Takes. There you go. That got
Look
my
at that.
ticker. That got me. I'm ticking. Tick, tick, tick. My heart's going tick 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 tick.
That's for you, Brad.
Keeps you alive.
It does.
Keeps
Keeps
you
me on my toes. Where's okay? First of all, he is not there, so that's why.
Also, Marb, I did just do a thing with the chat.
Yeah, that's for you.
You guys are
Brad.
gonna have to hang on just a minute because I gotta get Albert in here and Albert, Tim's Luke, and Albert needs to go. What happened to my combat tracker? There it is. And where's Albert? Yeah. Wow. I can't believe everybody's here and everybody's on cam. That is so cool. We do kind of run this a little bit West March style. I mean, we got players that come and go that can be here and that can't be here at certain times. And now I got to get all my cameras back
It's
on
all in
top.
Gorgio's fault.
1,
It
2,
really
3,
is.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Very good. Everybody's in here. I got to get Albert that, and everybody else should have their card. Holy shit, HG gets like 7 fucking adventure cards. Oh, that's because you played the card last week. He got an extra
Yeah, so
card.
I should get 2, and then I got a bonus one, I guess. Like when I logged in, I already had 3.
Yeah, well, we didn't reshuffle this week because nothing was really used except the uh-oh card last week. All right. Close Timmons down. That I don't need Luke open anymore, but what I do need is Albert. Albert, you take a drink of this tea.
Hey Marb, did you give Timmons his Benny, his chip?
Not yet. And all of a sudden, you're being held down by like a group of Chinese people, and they're they've got like they've got these live crustacean large crabs, and they're pinching them onto your nipples and shit. And
What?
yeah, and
Ow.
yeah, and and they pinch one of these things right on your foreskin, and it's hanging off the end of your pecker. And you look over, and you can see Sheriff Bullock sitting there laughing at you, but you're like, what the fuck? Ah! It's right hanging right off your
Harder.
foreskin. Harder, he said.
Harder.
And it's about the equivalent of him passing those kidney stones that in that one episode.
Harder.
And so, but the vision kind of passes, and you guys kind of watch him, and you hear him moaning and shit, and then pretty soon he's just laying there, all still, and
He has a nice smile on his face.
and because of your roll, you succeed.
Nerves of steel.
Does he
Yep.
get to re-roll?
Nope. Nerves of Steel. You get the Nerves of Steel
No
edge.
fun.
If you already have the Nerves of Steel edge, you get the improved Nerves of Steel edge.
I do not.
We gotta work together to torment Albert as much as we can.
Nice.
All right. So you guys
Well,
are here hanging out. What are you doing? We
Well,
really
I
don't
guess,
need this map.
Perhaps we should go.
I guess he enjoyed the tea.
Well, Albert's asleep now. He's kind of laying here.
And he has a nice smile on his face.
You know, you can look at the bright side, and that is that by monitoring him, you might be able to know how long that you guys were actually knocked out for.
That's a good idea. Let's monitor him, and in the morning we head on out on our boat. What do you think, everybody?
Yes, let us leave here.
You have a boat? I'm good at boating. I can
Yes,
boat.
don't
Do
you?
we have a boat? Oh, wait. Wow. Imagine that, having somebody that knows how to use our boat.
I think, Luke,
What's
I
that
think
supposed
you
to
would
mean?
have seen this big freaking honking boat come into
Oh,
port.
right,
I
right.
mean, it was huge. It was banging off of shit and
Gonna run
bouncing
over
off.
those ships.
Yeah, I believe y'all are in need of a good pilot.
We'll take a mediocre pilot at this point.
Well, I've got a D8 in boating, so that's pretty good.
One.
Doc, what were you asking me about? Can he re-roll his percentile? Who re-roll what percentile?
Oh, I did the re-roll thing in chat when he rolled the 88.
Oh, to
Oh,
give him.
I
Yeah,
wanted him to get more torment.
that could. Yeah, but it would actually be at his discretion. He can use a re-roll if he wants to. So.
He will not.
Son came in with some Korean barbecue beef jerky, and I said I can't eat it. I'll tell you the story sometime. It's a Fred Banya story. How I was thwarted from forever partaking of any kind of salt cured jerked meat again ever. Ugh.
Gross.
Yep. So you guys make your way back down through the streets, and I mean it's pretty rowdy right now. I mean think about it. It's a pirate town. And the trading and shit's kind of done, but the drinking and carousing is in full swing. So you guys could party here for the night, or you could like get on your ship and get the hell out of Dodge, like Alonzo wants to do.
This wants to too. Actually, Timmons picks up uh, Albert and goes to the boat. He's like, "Y'all can stay here if you want. We going to the ship."
Are there any late night food stands on the way?
Luke will help you, Timmons.
Late night food stands. Well, you can still
Get his
smell
boots.
food cooking. Some of these buildings, some of these shacks along the way.
food truck.
You get some chicken on the stick.
Yep.
You
Well,
get some of
no,
that on the way.
that's mystery meat on a stick, man.
Keep
Captain
Right
telling,
Meat
now in
Hotline.
keep
California,
telling yourself
everything's
it's
mystery.
chicken and pour on the sauce. You'll be
Cat's
fine.
meat.
I mean, it's supposed to be chicken. However, it's very questionable at times.
That's like a potted meat sandwich. You just put a lot of mustard on it. You
Oh
know,
my god, that is nasty. Snout paste.
No, you're talking about mustard? Yeah.
No, I'm talking
no, we're
about
talking about
potted
potted
meat.
meat.
Oh,
Snout paste.
Snout paste. I have never heard it called that before.
I just made it up.
Snout
Sounds
paste.
accurate.
Fuck.
it does sound accurate.
That's gross, man. Snout
If
paste.
you've ever had the stuff,
No,
it is pretty
but
fucking
Doc,
gross.
there is a little general store here on the way out of Lions Roar, and there's a whole display of this new product from back east called Snout Paste. It's in a can. It's got this smiling pig on the front,
Not paste.
licking his lips.
Oh god.
Is that
It's,
anything like meat stuff?
Snout Paste.
you can get the upgraded version. It's called deviled ham.
It's really cheap though. You see, it's like 5 cans for 2 bits.
It's just pureed Vienna sausages. I mean,
It's chicken lips.
Exactly.
beef,
You
beef
mean
lips.
beaks?
Don't know the lips. See, you don't even know about chicken lips.
Oh, those kind of chicken lips.
No. It's just
Chicken assholes is what you mean.
okay. Anyway, so you make your way back to the ship. You grab some.
You
grab
can't even say it now.
grab some snout paste.
You really
Paste
think
and
we can make a
Now
jingle
paste and crackers.
commercial for this?
You're wrong.
Uh,
I'm sorry, I broke the game master.
okay. So you guys make it back to the ship. And it's dark, and you don't want to. I mean, you can go sailing through the maze in the dark, but
Timmons is like,
I would
just
recommend against that.
to let you know, if we decide to leave, I'm pretty good at driving by the sound of crashing into stuff.
We are. Not, I would not recommend piloting a ship at night in the maze. I mean, an open sea, sure.
That's up to you, fellas.
No.
Let's wait till
Let's
morning.
wait till morning, please.
you guys going to stay on the ship tonight? You gonna set watches, or are you just gonna stay? Tied up here at the dock, I guess. I mean, it'd be kind of hard to. I mean, Have you ever seen Party Cove on Lake of the Ozarks? I mean, there's videos in this place out there. You've got
Been there,
it's
done
just
that.
you can walk like across the entire cove on the decks of ships or boats. They're just all tied up. That's kind of what this looks like. This little inlet.
Boobs.
Hey, Barb.
Yeah.
Your video keeps cutting
Boobs.
in and out.
Boobs.
Well,
Party Cove equals boobs.
that would probably mean it's fucked up, Veno.
Seems to be okay now.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was going to the VCam thing, and then going back to video, and then going back to VCam.
Oh
I saw
well.
the XSplit thing.
Yeah, VCam is XSplit.
Oh, okay.
It's from XSplit, yes. Oh yeah.
Oh, it's an ID10 error.
It's an ID10T error.
Identity error.
So let's see. You know what? Where's my damn? Oh, I can't believe that. I don't have my There it is. There it is. 3 of spades. What did that happen?
Oh, we're no longer on this map.
4 of spades. That's weird. 3 of spades, 4 of spades. All right, so the night passes uneventfully, other than the occasional drunken maze rat that tries to climb up on your ship.
Most of the times it's Albert.
Mm-hmm.
And I will set the clock forward to the 7th of August. Six a.m. Okay, so boating rolls. Timmons, who else got boating skills here?
I think
Timmons
it's
and Luke.
yep,
I
just
do.
a
You two. So why don't you
I
Oh,
both?
Albert does too.
Albert.
Yes, Albert does too.
Yeah, he might even be sober because he was passed out all night
6 in
sleeping.
the morning.
Yeah, he slept for a good 9 hours. He's probably sober.
and probably hung over between the alcohol and that tea.
You know, he's probably starting. Yeah, who knows?
I apparently haven't had my coffee yet.
Me
Neither
neither.
is
Bump. Hey, Amakataita! They're yelling at you as you're bouncing this ship off the side of the pier as you're trying to get out of here.
I look
I'm
over at him and tell him to shut up, cocksuckers.
okay. Then ignore my card with Timmons roll. Or my card,
Did
yeah.
you play it before he rolled?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you guys, like experts, get this boat backed out of here after bouncing it off the dock one time, and with a single
It was the
raise.
wind. It was the wind, right, Timmons? Yeah, definitely the wind.
I'm imagining the steering stuff was just written backwards.
Yes, Doc, you can try that. You can try that on who? Timmons?
I'm gonna try it on myself first.
Okay.
You're right. Maybe I should try it on Timmons first. Hey Timmons, would you like me to try something to see if I can help your brain?
What do you mean by help my brain? What's wrong with my brain?
Well, I'm afraid well, alright, I will try it on myself first. We go back to marrying.
I'm driving the boat. What you talking about?
Where are you doing this
I'm
at, Doc?
directing it.
Oh, well, before we start sailing, in bed, break out the acupuncture needle, start needling
Are you up
away.
on deck doing it?
I'm probably below deck on one of the little rooms.
All right, so Doc kind of sequesters himself.
Why was
In
that
this
at a
little room.
-4?
Because it says it's a -4 to cure a permanent injury.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So after sticking several needles
Let's try
like around
chip
your
real quick.
ears, and yeah. What kind of chip? What color chip?
The white one.
Okay, just a re-roll. Okay.
That was worst.
I noticed that. Oh,
So
wait,
that
how do I
last
heal my
that
brain?
last needle was kind of ow, yeah, shit, that's not it.
He gives
Ow.
himself
Yeah,
temporary
Playing a,
paralysis
playing
in his left leg. He's like,
I'm playing a card for him. Extra effort. He can add a 1d6 to the trait roll, and it may ace.
Okay, roll your d6.
Can I add it to the first roll?
No, sorry. You were, and there
Oh,
you go.
5 though.
5 and a 0 is a 5, and that's a success. And so you're like, oh yeah, there's the nerve I'm looking for. Oh yeah, I can feel it. I can feel it. Then you sit there and you start meditating, and you meditate for how long?
It takes 1d6 hours, so it's going to take 3
Tree.
hours of poking and meditating.
Now, is this for a physical injury or mental?
3 hours later, you're still seeing ghosts.
I feel so much better, but
But
there's still so many ghosts.
they're primate ghosts. They're like
Oh no.
ghosts of Clyde the monkey. He's actually a chimpanzee. He's an ape. He's not a monkey, but
Same thing.
Now he's a ghost.
Well,
nice.
I don't think there was a distinction at the time.
Okay,
I
so
don't think
I need to
there were
look
very
something
many
up on
bowler wearing
somebody here.
ones either.
Doc Fong. One of the ghosts that you see.
Yes.
This is kind of creepy.
Did that share with you?
I don't see anything.
Make sure it's not behind the video windows.
There it goes. You gotta drop it on their portrait, not the combat tracker, which means I have to move my
Yeah.
shit.
Oh no,
So you see that
it's
ghost.
Timon's mother. Is that the ghost of
Timon's
Timon's mother
mother?
over there?
What?
That was just my first thought when I
Too
saw
bad
it.
you can't. Can you unshare from the image?
I think so.
How do you do that? Clear
Right click
sharing.
menu.
Drawing, sharing, unlocks.
Should be under the
There it
sharing
is.
part.
Got it. All right. So you saw that ghost, you know. So, you guys get the boat underway, and so we will start up the ghost rock ship, and we'll just put her out to sea. Where is the Black Horse underway, and the sailors are singing a sea shanty.
Yay, throat chants.
Ho, 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 and a bottle of rum.
And off you guys go, and you're headed northwest a couple of days. You know, you figure. You're able to kind of look at your map and say, you know, it's got to be in this area right here. Now, this is also going to take a little investigation because you're going to get in that general area, and you're going to probably have to stop and ask some, mining camps. Some of these guys hanging off the side of these bluffs out, these buttes out here, mesas, whatever the hell you want to call them, that are mining away at this shit. So let's see if you can lengthen or lengthen or subtract the time up to a half a day, either direction, with an investigation roll, good investigation roll.
What kind of investigation roll?
Well, you tell me. Tell me how you're using it.
After I wake up, can I do a notice roll to look at the shape of the rocks to compare with the map?
To do what?
We're
Yeah.
heading
By
toward, yeah, we're heading
compare
to
with the
the
map we saw.
we're heading to the society or whatever, right?
The Necessity Alliance.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, so, what do you guys know about the Necessity Alliance? I would say anybody from California probably might have heard something about him, which would be Doc Fong. No. Luke.
Mike.
Luke, you might have been here for a while.
Let me roll common knowledge.
Yeah, common knowledge. See what you guys know about the Necessity Alliance. Well, that's okay. That's a success. Doc, you can give me a roll as well. See if you ace, and you do, and you got a raise. So you'll know a little bit more about them. Let's see what I can find. I don't think there was much in this module. Like Obsidian Portal. Biggest native political group in California. You know, for the Indians, I think it's a good thing for the Indians, for the stability of the territory as a whole. A lot of people feel that way. Founded by a Gabrielino Indian named Seas Far Ahead, with the help of a Lucino Indian called Born in a Bowl. So these two were founders of this, and an anthropologist named J. Everett Heiser. So it's kind of a
anthropologist, white guy. Yes.
Yeah.
They're white guy.
Yep. So Alliance represents anywhere from 50,000 to 75,000 Indians. Technically, it has no leader. Each recognized clan or tribe selects a representative to attend quarterly meetings. So you're looking for Born in a Bowl, trying to ultimately find Seas Far Ahead, hoping that she might be able to help you. That's what you know about the Necessity Alliance. And we're going to start drawing some cards. How did you, common knowledge, that's what you know about them. So how do you guys want to, well, hell with it. We'll just do it this way. It's 2 days. And, it's a queen, and it's a black queen. Your first day out the gate. What time is it?
Ruh-roh, Raggy. The same answer that Stark gave you last night, Marb.
Oh, it's 11 o'clock in the morning. What? What Stark give me last night? Besides grief.
The answer to that question. No, the answer to that question.
What question?
What time is it?
Oh, what time is it? Yeah, that's it. Hey, Stark, what time is it? If he's out there in chat, he'll tell you. Where's my chat? Stark, you know what time it is? Let's see. What was I looking for? The Adventures in the Maze. Well, I just got so many windows open right now. It's ridiculous.
Yay, window free.
All right, so we're going to draw another card. It is a 6 clubs, so there's no modifier.
Oh, that's good. I think.
All right. So you guys come upon like this, it looks like a town built around the foot of this mesa. You can see miners hanging off the side of it up there working. And you can see these docks built all around the bottom of it, and the buildings are actually built out on these stilts around the bottom of this mesa. You couldn't really call it a floating town, but there's like no real estate. There's no dry ground, so they just sunk pylons in the floor of the sea here and built on top of them. So, a bunch of stilt houses like you'd probably find in the bayous. Thank you.
Nope.
And we are now at anchor. Yes. I like it, anchor. So you guys pull in here and you're like, okay, we got to ask around. We got to find out about some So you pull in here, and you can see that this is a community. There's probably 300 people by the looks of it, though you don't see that many people. You see maybe 30 or 40 people milling around, walking from, one dock to another. But it's all these wooden walkways built up off the ocean, like above high tide anyway. And you can see kind of back in amongst there is a group of people that are gathered around, and somebody's talking to them, and you can hear raised voices and people shouting and people yelling, and if you kind of walk that direction, you can see there's a boat tied up over here, and there's several people on this boat. It looks like some cargo. Looks like a small flat boat, like a keel boat almost. And there's like some cargo that's covered up in netting. Do you go to investigate or just?
Should we go
I say
investigate?
yes.
Let's investigate.
When you say people, what do you mean by people? Like
It's a
mix of
it's a
people,
crowd
or-
of people. So 30 or 40 people in a crowd, and you see some that it looks like people are heading this direction, and it becomes quickly uh, obvious as they pull this netting and stuff back off this cargo, and you see these large chunks of salt cured meat, and they're being distributed to these people, and people are yelling, and and there's some preacher preaching about God up here and how God will provide and blah 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 blah, and they're handing out food to all these folks on the docks.
Hey, Luke, you said you don't like that Reverend fella. Does this sound like his talk or some sort of other?
I don't think this is the good Reverend's doing, but you never know.
What kind of food are they handing out?
Looks like
Salted.
big chunks of salted meat, salt cured hams or meat or something.
Well, let's go investigate the meat a little closer.
So you're gonna walk like kind of shoulder your way through this crowd of people that are all look like they're starving, trying to get their hands on this food.
Let them have it.
You kind of shoulder your way up there, and you see um, this person standing there in like this long flowing red robe.
Does it look like a grim person? Based on our previous experiences? Red robes.
Have you ever seen the red robes, Doc Fong?
I was involved when the ship with the grim people attacked the island.
Doc Fong was
We
there?
also
I thought that was Miguel.
No,
I know
he
he
died.
died before we got back.
Okay.
He was there the first time, and then when we got back.
All right. But you guys, I don't know if you shouldered your way through or not. Luke did. He's like, I'm going to go inspect this meat. And he starts walking up towards that meat. That's
and
when
I
that's when
wanted to
Luke
clarify.
notices. Yeah.
These are just regular people. People, they're not Indians, right?
No, they're not. It's just looks like a camp of miners, kind of built up around
Okay.
this.
Well, 10 minutes ago, kind of behind.
You actually see a
Luke little
big
bit.
homemade
curious.
rickety sign hanging up that says "Floater's Folly."
Did you say something about a notice roll, Marb?
A notice roll.
Okay, I thought you said
No.
something about notice.
No, I said you notice as you shoulder
Okay.
your way up to look at this meat that one of the people down in the boat and the guy who's standing kind of up here preaching are both wearing these long robes, long red robes, and you know damn good and well who they are.
Hmm. I will turn around quickly, trying to disguise myself, so to speak, in the crowd, and get back to the group and let them know that it is Grimm's men.
Well, good thing for Wild Die, because that's you got away without them noticing, and there's too many people. You know, they probably wouldn't notice you, but you get back and you let the rest of the party know, hey, it's Grimm's people up here.
How many of them?
Look like 2.
Well, it was 2 of them, but there was some
They'll
either.
have the hungry crowd on their side.
Yep.
Yeah. And I don't know if you saw my whisper or not.
I did, and it's probably a good possibility.
These
Well,
these people handing out the food, the Grim people, are they on a boat or just
Yeah, they
on the
look like
dock?
longshoremen or deckhands. Pretty burly dudes. They're not in red robes. There's 2 people in red robes, and
Oh, the 2 in their robes. One isn't the lady that got away, right? When we stole
no, they're both men.
the black person. Alright. I still owe her a good beating.
And they're on a boat or on the dock or on the shore?
Well, there's one in the boat, and there's a couple of deckhands in the boat, and then there's a couple of deckhands up on the dock. The ones in the boat are handing food up to the ones on the dock who are passing it out to the people, and the other one in the red robe is standing up on the dock preaching to people. And then you do hear that the good Lord will provide and the Reverend Grimm will be his deliverer. Blah, 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 blah.
I don't like that Grim fellow.
Well, Timmons is like, well, we could pull the boat up in front of them so they can't leave.
I would very much like to shoot God's name out of that man's mouth.
Do you think they will notice our ship, since it used to belong to them?
Do we cross off the name and write black or something? What was
Not Black Horse. Totally ours horse, not yours.
That's the Black
Is
Horse.
is there room to like get next to him?
You could get up there, yeah.
On
I
the
mean,
black
you're
horse?
gonna have
Like
to.
pull it-
Oh, on the boat? Well, I mean, think
Yeah.
about this. You pulled in on one side and didn't even see this other boat. There's all these docks with buildings, with houses and shacks built on them, sticking all out in the water. And they're like, you pulled up and disembarked, and started making your way through this maze of docks, and you get to where this crowd is, and then you see the boat. So you're not like next to it. You'd have to kind of back up and go around to get to it if you wanted to.
How long do you think it would take us? Get back on the boat and pull the boat around. Think they would be done and leaving before we?
Well, looking at this little boat that they're on, and the fact that it's got a couple of, pedals in it and some paddle wheels and a freaking mast with a sail and not really an engine on it.
So there's not that much food on it.
There,
That's what you're saying.
yeah,
They're gonna
no,
run
it's
out of food
I'm
pretty
kind of being facetious here. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with the camera, but I'm not worried about it. I'll look at it later. I think I hit a key earlier and something started messing up. Maybe it needs an update. But so um, it's knowing the power of your ship, there's no way this little thing could outrun you. Even if you couldn't get the ship backed up and around there before they left, you could catch them.
So let's wait till they leave and then we pull up by them. Then we don't injure any of the innocent, starving people on the docks with a shotgun blast.
what exactly is your goal? Just to take them out of the picture? To be honest, they're probably just pawns. Much
Maybe
as I
they have
was.
information.
Never mind.
You
Information.
guys hit a
Information.
nerve.
Perhaps they know something. Are you a pawn of some sort? You do not look like one.
Was. I was blinded
Oh, did
by
you work for Mr. Grimm?
faith. I
By
was
the
blinded
light?
by faith. No, I was blinded by faith that the good Reverend was preaching, and we all lost our way.
Steph says thank you, Drake, for the gift sub.
Oh, it was so worth it, Steph. It was so worth it. Because when you get a sub, it scares the piss out of Marbania. It's so funny.
Yeah.
We love scaring him.
And I love getting the subs for it, so it's a trade-off that shortens
Yeah,
my life a
yeah.
little. And maybe it's keeping me alive longer, gets my heart rate going, you know. Yeah. Anyway,
It's like smoking a cigarette, right?
well, yeah, I guess that's it's you got a point there. As we're talking, Shintubi, Benerick gifted a tier 1 sub to Shintubi. Thank you, Benno. You just had to prove your point there, didn't you? Shintubi.
Well, I saw you kind of sitting back and relaxing a little bit, smoking, pulling on your vape and all.
Yeah, yeah. I can't believe you took me by surprise. We were just sitting there talking about it. I'm so gullible. All right,
You are
so
wearing a blues hoodie after all.
damn right I'm wearing a blues hoodie.
So Timmons proposes that we get back on the Black Horse, and then after these guys pull out, we catch up to them.
That makes sense to me.
I like that idea.
Are you going to try to find where the Necessity Alliance is? You know you're close. You're probably, about a day away. You want to make sure you're going in the right direction here. So, little
Timmons
street
doesn't-
smarts or
Timmons-
survival.
Timmons doesn't plan on getting off the boat when we're dealing with the Necessity Alliance.
Could I do a survival to compare with the thinking from before?
He's
Trying to
scared
memorize
of
it?
Indians, remember?
Damn, Luke.
Apparently, I have some bounty hunter contacts here.
Yeah, you might. Doc Fong, same. Woodsman. Woodsman's not really going to help you much here, though. But bounty hunter type
Still out in the
survival.
wild.
Yeah. I mean, together though, you guys both got raises on it, so you're definitely heading in the right direction, and you're pretty sure that you can be there by tomorrow. So that is if you just left and headed out. Now you could mess around with these people if you wanted to, but that's up to you.
It might be a better idea to let them go. They're only, pawns for Grimm. They're just doing his bidding. And even though I question the source of the meat, he is at least feeding the people for now.
Maybe we should take note of these individuals in case we see them in the future.
Now that's a good idea, Doc.
That's what I said. We can catch up to them and say, "Hey,
I like the
But let's-
what's your name?" No, it'd take a few minutes to talk to them.
Yeah,
I wonder
well,
if HG could put some
I
sort
have
of
nothing
slow
to say
burning
to
device in their ship.
it's unlikely that they're going to want to slow down and talk to us, when we approach in our ship. I wonder, Marv, would Luke know that the ship that they currently have was stolen from Grimm? And wow, my camera and several cameras just went.
So did mine, yeah.
Must be the XSplit network or something. Would Luke know what?
If the ship that is currently in the posse's possession once belonged to Grimm.
It'd be highly unlikely because it was a gift to Grimm from Hellstrom.
Okay.
That would have taken place after your departure a couple of years ago from the church.
Yeah.
What's the chances that the individuals on said boat that's passing out meat would know that this boat used to belong to Grimm?
I'd imagine not many people would know, except maybe the people that
that operated the
We're on
boat
it.
for him. Yeah.
It does seem like it's kind of distinctive, though.
Oh, it's a very nice vessel. There's no doubt about it. It's a very nice vessel.
I thought we changed up a little bit how it looked.
Yeah, one where it says Black Horse, we put the word not beforehand. You'll never know now.
You took 2 things of paint and crossed through it. Just the
We
horse.
covered over the R, now it's called the Black Hose.
The Black Hoss.
The Black Jose.
All right, now that might be.
Jose Noir.
HOSE.
Continue.
Jose. Whatever. No, I didn't.
like the idea of
Yeah,
continuing on, though.
don't. Please don't take my words out of context. I certainly didn't mean anything by
Yeah.
that. Okay, so what would you guys like to do? You want to harass Grimm's people, or do you want to sail on and try to find the Necessity Alliance?
We gotta at least go by them really fast and splash them. Come on.
Yeah, like not fly. Well, if we get fly, if a sail real close,
Like a flyby.
Well, there's no way
I
this
could-
little boat is even going to try to engage you guys, so you can like fly by them and swamp them, and
I could
you know.
throw a concoction out at them and make them scared. That could be fun.
No. I'm going to do something worse. As we go
Ooh,
by
yes.
them, their motor is going to fail.
Oh no!
Excellent.
Oh,
I thought it was. Oh, you said
it's
it was a paddle.
it was well they've got these little pedals. It's a paddle thing, and they got a big wind mast up there. So if the wind ain't blowing, they can paddle it, but they can sail this thing with the mast. So
Well,
got
now
you.
they're going to have to sail it with a mast. Here's the pedals.
So they.
Ken.
Poor
That-
Drake.
hey,
Thanks, Brad.
Hey, Lonzo,
So they can.
what's he doing with that wrench? He's like right into the pedals.
I'm trying to get into this can of snout pudding. What? Snout what?
Snout
Now paste.
Snout
now
paste.
taste.
Snout pudding makes it sound so much worse.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway,
Snout paste. Snout paste. Full of mystery, delicious taste.
there you go. Okay, so Lion's Roar is behind us. I can close that. I can close that. Oh, great! I finally get to close a bunch of windows. Look at that. Well, I love being on the roleplay screen. I'm not a big fan of doing map stuff, unless you just have to do it. But occasionally, I like to throw a map out there so the players think they're about to be in some combat, and they get all freaked out, and then it's a roleplay thing. Drake does the same shit. So you guys, oh god. So you're gonna do what now? You're gonna swamp them and then just drive on and head on towards.
That's
Okay.
what Timmons is gonna do. He's like, honk honk.
Give me a boating roll. Don't roll a 1 on your trait die, whatever you do. Oh, you didn't. You expertly swamp these guys like this, and as you do, Alonzo looks at him and says, "I hope your mast breaks." About that time, bam! The mast snaps over in half, and pulls one of these guys over into the water. He's splashing around, and these 2 guys are paddling away trying to get the thing under control. So they're broke down and swamped, rocking back and forth. Some of them are out of the water. And off you guys go. And we will travel into the night. And
Oh no!
wow, would you look at that? And let's see. And we'll probably queue something up for it, because being out in the maze at night is a completely different table. And it's not a good table.
It's a fun table, Brad.
It's a fun table.
Fun.
Oh, you missed the air quotes.
Oh, I tried to say it extra sarcastically.
Ha 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 ha.
I do need a drink, so I'll be right.
Well, Vino, just hang tight, buddy, because this one's going to take some prep and some planning. But
Uh-oh.
no, this is going to be cool.
Uh-oh.
Cool
Yeah,
for
so
us
we're-
or cool for you?
I think for everybody involved, man. Um,
Brad, I'm worried.
yeah, that's gonna be real cool. Oh,
Now I'm really worried.
perfect. All right, let's see who is over here tonight. Where's my channel? Who's streaming out there? Gary Con Blighted, Children of the Grave with DM Arthur Wright, Vorpal Board. Should we go raid a Gary Con group? Who else is out there? Fantasy Grounds College. They're doing educational videos. I think we all know how to play Fantasy Grounds. Hip
No,
Hop
that's not. They're
Hokage.
not. They're not.
It's
Yeah.
a
No, they're
rerun
not.
anyway.
Yeah. Hip Hop Hokage,
Qu-
Homebrew World of
Are,
Alista.
you're not a follower of Quests and Cliffhangers, right? They're running Savage Worlds.
Of who?
Quests and Cliffhangers. Quests and Cliffhangers. No. Children of the Grave with DM Arthur. That's Gary Con. And the other Gary Con channel is running Dark Tides.
Dark Tides. Why does that sound familiar?
Elanthania? Dark Tides? Eric Frankhouse. Oh, it's Beatles. Maybe it's a Beatles and Grimm thing. That's it.
It
That's all I
sounds
see.
familiar.
Well, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna raid.
Oh, are you raiding him? Cool.
We're gonna do the Quest and Cliffhangers because it is. We got a few viewers. We'll pop in over there. Give them some Savage Worlds love. All right, everybody. Tomorrow night we'll be here for Starfinder. Drake will be running the Jungles of Chult Homebrew. Drake takes.
And you
G-
got to take a pause.
Yeah!
Who got you this time?
Engorgio on the way out the door. Thank you. Hey, we're out of here. We'll catch you tomorrow night. Have a great weekend, everybody. Say hi to Quest and Cliffhangers.